was 25 years ago, and we haven't made a noticeable dent in it.
One of my grandmothers is amazingly cheap. And she was such a tight wad. And we weren't allowed to carry the Christmas wrap. She reused it. We had to cut the tape. Hand her back the gift wrap.
I had a relative that was like that.
She was insane. Literally. This woman, okay, she was a tightwad like that. So
That comes from living in the Depression era.
no. Not in her case.
Okay.
They had money during the Depression. She never let any money get away from her. In 15 years of presents, I remember getting one thing that was new. She did our Christmas shopping at Salvation Army, and I remember getting dirty clothes and models that were missing all of the clear parts. Or I got a 3-foot model of the USS Constitution, and 1/2 of the hull was gone. Everything else was there. 1/2 of the hull was missing. Luckily, there was a Revell, and Revell sent me the other half.
That was nice of them.
Yes, it was. I mean, and she tried to. It was quantity. 1 year, we had a full-size van. It was my mom, my dad, my sister, and myself. 4 of us in the family. It took 3 trips to get all the stuff from Grandma's house home. And I remember, I mean,
Jim doesn't realize what time it is.
Oh yeah, they are.
I would say
I'm probably going to be
just
working
not every week.
We got an open topic meeting, so we can just have fun, talk about crap.
Did I tell you about that?
About every
We have been just talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every week.
I think YouTube's broken right now. I keep getting 404 errors.
I'm connected to it. Let's see, probably maybe through the library, through the Maypoint Library.
Yeah, I've been getting errors all day today.
Okay. It would have to be
They're
Wednesday or Friday.
doing some sort of maintenance or something. It fixes itself for a little while and then it's 404s on me.
So I saw something on the internet the other day. You guys might have seen it. Person was testator. There's a done told me.
Oh, this is the 770s.
Battery. And rather than trying to hold the leads from the VOM on it, he put a rare earth magnet at both ends. Stuck his leads on that. And I brought rare earth magnets to everybody else.
I'll tell you, sure, why not? Pretty good.
They say not to do that because
Oh, did they?
the laps of the intestine, they will stick in one lap to the other, and it causes they won't pass through.
I'll remember that next time.
Unless you get a magnet on the outside, like those little games.
Yeah, really, just like we was doing under the table.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, like
Let's put the hair on. That's a good magnet.
yeah, really. Wow.
Look at this.
Wait, swallow it. We'll see.
Yeah, let's like see if we can get it out.
Come back up.
Yeah. One thing we dropped it. Oh, back at it again. Oh, those are a little powerful
So
magnets.
where are these?
Oh,
Where are these
those
out of?
They are out of.
Wow.
CD-ROMs.
Nope. They are out of the brush head of an ultrasonic toothbrush.
Yeah.
Oh.
The brushes themselves wear out, but every one of them has
So this has been in somebody's mouth.
No. I'd have to put the base in there because this threads into the base. And so you unthread it, and there they are. The base generates a magnetic field, and this is what's
What's the idea?
attached to the disposable.
Just to pick some of them or what?
Yeah, I guess so. I only took a
Just
few.
chip them off and save them, 'cause they're pretty powerful little.
Yeah, really powerful.
So why do you have so many of these toothbrushes?
Because he's a hoarder. And
Well, my wife and I both have had a toothbrush. We don't share one.
Okay,
And
that's
we-
one.
we
That's
just
two
throw 'em.
toothbrushes so far.
Yeah,
Those are
they
super
go
strong.
out, so you replace them about every 2 months. And so,
On an electric toothbrush, you replace them every two.
yeah,
Just the head, yeah.
Oh, just the head.
Really? Mine's like 12 years old.
It's probably time to replace them.
You're not talking about the cheap ones though, right? Because we've been buying them from the dollar store for like $1.
No.
You're
They
talking
can
about
drop in there
the more
Yeah.
expensive ones.
Yeah,
Sure, that's-
unfortunately.
Because if I knew that the cheap ones had those magnets, I'd go and pick up a bunch of them.
Actually, magnets are starting to get relatively inexpensive.
They are. China's selling a bunch of magnets for a little bit of nothing.
Yeah.
You still got more home?
Well, you can,
Oh, I know.
I mean, I would prefer to take
Oh.
a few home or share them.
Has it been Halloween?
I have
No, but it's cold outside. It's to recover energy.
These
We're having a party.
tend to drop off.
One of the things we did is we replaced our water softener with
I
Little
got some. I
box.
actually bought some recently, and they're not even. They're bigger.
It's,
They're not powerful.
Thank you.
a Soft Master or something like that,
I don't know,
and it's like $100.
I don't replace the ones I got on my mailbox with
And
these.
It
That's my sensor. I got a
Kinda
sensor that comes
replaces
down
the water
and
softener.
read switch.
you really don't get soft water,
Yes,
but
we
the
will.
calcium doesn't
Yeah.
come out of solution. The crap
Okay.
doesn't come out of solution. So where these came from was the industrial environment where they had water going through the system and they were crudding up everything. And what they did was they put these little units and they would charge a nice fee to say, we're going to take water crud out of your system. So you want like heat exchanges and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this came from, and it's a stupid little box. It looks like it's got an NE555 in it, and maybe a power transistor.
It's very strong.
Okay, and it's stupid. You sit there and wrap wire around your copper pipe, but we put those in, turn the water softener out. We don't have to clean our nozzles, our shower nozzles anymore, ever.
That's crazy.
It is, and they're selling for $199 now, but they work, and they will. I'm thinking they'll save your hot water heater, because that's what it's for. They originally started in the industrial industry, selling services to keep your water clean, keeping crud out of your devices.
So what does this thing do again? Sorry?
It's we took our water softener out. And we put this thing in, and you know where you have your shower nozzles corroded up with calcium,
Yeah.
we don't have that anymore. I don't think it softens the water any, but it keeps the calcium from coming out of solution. And the guy across the street told me years ago. He says, "I've got a magnet on my copper pipe coming in," and I thought he might be a little. Like the motor and the distance monitoring. Somebody's been drinking here. But then I saw this little device and saw the reviews for it, and I said, this looked good. And they said where it came from. It came from commercial. And if you have problems with your shower nozzles and stuff like that, it will absolutely stop it.
Yeah, aerators and faucets get clogged up all the time.
If you have trouble with your VOM measuring batteries, I saw a guy do this the other day. So rare earth magnets, and it holds the leads on. And I brought some rare earth magnets. I hope that wasn't a tape in there.
It isn't now.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
don't
it
use
is
it.
now.
I saw somebody using those the other day. I thought it was neat. We've all seen it. We'll pass it back. I think everybody's seen it.
You can have those magnets.
Yeah.
He's giving away free magnets.
You know, magnets.
Free magnets just for showing up.
He'll have some more next year.
I
What's
probably
up?
got more hanging around. But
Look at that. My phone's not that smart, and I left my phone sitting at home, I think. You're really messing with the compass. It doesn't know where we're at anymore.
Everything like a magnet guy is a case of the phone, and
I don't know if my phone's got a compass in it.
there's a free app for you.
That is
Download.
Yeah, here's one that's in eBay's got them for $1.99. Hardness Master.
Oh,
Or the date has been 33.
I think I paid about $109, probably 10 years ago, and I was shocked. It looked like. Look it up, Leroy, and show it to him. You got a link these days?
I can do almost anything.
Hardness
Maybe.
Master
Hardness Master, huh?
and eBay. We'll put a link.
That it?
That's him.
sure doesn't look like it could be worth $200.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much to it, but it works. I know that works. Now, you can look up your own. You can do a search for any 555 and water hardness, and you'll find the circuit for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you can build your own box if you want to. And you know how high the NE 555s are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend almost $2.
By now they probably pay you to take them.
I have a stack of 555s. I probably would pay somebody to take a few of them.
Set it in there. And treatment, conditioner, softener, something. They're in Amazon too. If you want, you can look. They got a lot of reviews on Amazon. If you want to look over there.
Now, I can see how that might work.
Leroy, I think one way of increase the use of
Well, yeah.
the web thing is to have a section
We
always
don't have a water
at the beginning of the meeting presentation, then review the
Okay.
content,
Yeah.
what was the discussions,
Water soft.
and it's a matter of promote it
Water soft
for the people. Maybe the next week someone put another thing, and this is the way to promote the use of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just to have a section to review it or to show how to use it or something like that.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a,
Not if-
I have
5
filter
minutes or
and
10 minutes
softener
in each meeting, you know.
that actually we've about had it for actually
I-
more than a year.
You're probably
You
right.
just prepare something to show
I
this
do
week.
now.
You got anything in it? Is anything come
I
out?
have, I've
Ah,
done
well,
it once
okay,
since,
this is a
since
refreshment.
water's soft-
I mean,
since water
always have something
heater is
to say about
a
it.
year and a, probably a year and a half. And I bring this one out.
I was trying to upload pictures, but I don't know to where, a folder or something. Was those 3 pictures?
Yeah.
I drained mine.
I don't know why this folder exists for pictures. Why?
Oh, after using this. Yeah.
It's like a repository for pictures or something.
Sort of, yeah. The pictures
I
are a
will
little weird.
erase them because I put the picture in my comment usually.
Yeah. The pictures are a little. Are we talking about anything in particular right now?
Well, let's do a loop around, see if people got their toys, the short toys, or do we need to go somewhere else?
I can wait if we want to do something else.
Okay. Well, let's see the introduction. You are
John Clark.
Hey, John.
Am I supposed to say anything else?
Whatever you want to say.
Not if you don't want to.
I'm sorry?
And I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Computers, electronics, probably lots of other things, tools.
Okay. You built anything? Any robots, electronic circuits? Or you into building or?
I guess the easy answer is yes, but
I will.
nothing specific at the moment.
Okay.
Lots of started projects.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm sure nobody else does that, but
Who has the oldest started project? I don't know.
Yeah.
it's a good question.
We can get you signed up, and if you're not on the distribution list, you get a separate meeting announcement.
Oh, okay.
Show them the meeting announcement, Leroy.
Yeah, this is the second time I've been here, but it's been a couple months since I was.
Oh, did you sign up?
I have no idea.
Okay. You get a meeting announcement every week?
Email
I
to
just
you.
look up and meet up.
Yeah. This is a separate meeting announcement.
That
He'll
is
show you what it is.
not the meeting announcement. Oh, that's the meetup announcement. There's too many different announcements.
I have a Wico Spark unit off an old hit and miss that I started to rewind in 1970. Not done with it yet.
What's the hurry?
A Wico Spark.
What's a week?
So on hit and miss engines, they had a rod that moved back and forth, and it tripped a lever on a magneto. And Wico makes magneto, and that pulled a keeper off of a magnet. And when it snapped back into place, you got a spark. And the magnets were crap. This magnet is stronger than those magnets.
Oh, so you're winding it into.
Yeah, it had a short in it. I unwound it then. I haven't rewound it yet.
Okay, next. Vicente, you want to introduce?
Vicente, yeah. I like the electronics, maybe do stuff, sensors and these kind of things. This week I was working in the SP32, try to make it sense proximity. It has touch sensors, but I am trying to twist all the parameters inside to detect proximity. It's working. I put several pictures of it. The problem is that it's not like the IC I brought last week that is made specifically for that, and it consumes 7 microamperes. In this case, I am using the ESP32, no in sleeping mode, no in low power mode, and he used several microamperes to make the proximity detection. But it was working okay. The interesting thing, well, it's not, maybe I'll make a exposition in a week or two to explain how to design the part for detection. And that's it.
I'm Leroy.
Club Vice President Leroy.
I do stuff. I have later, if we got time, robot with line tracing, maybe. I go over. Vicente suggested that we go over the forum again a little bit, and so I'll do that after we get done with all this. And That's what I got. I'm working on Hero Junior, upgrading Hero Junior for Maker Faire, but we'll talk about that later. So.
Buying that thing, and it's like 100 times more powerful. So I'm Steve. I'm interested in pretty much everything. My day job is a Linux systems administrator and database guy. That's it. It's toys. My hobbies are much older, greasy, steamy stuff.
His hobbies are wide and varied.
Yes.
My name's Mike, and about 2 decades ago, I was walking through a hardware store, and I saw they had little eyeball halogen spotlights on sale, marked down to where they were just dirt cheap. I thought that would be a good thing to put in the ceiling above the dining room table, so that there was a bright white halogen light at every place setting. So I bought them, but in order to install them, I had to move all the furniture out of the bedroom above there, pull up the carpet, cut up the subfloor, and so I kind of put that off. And then our house caught on fire.
As a result of you?
No, that was.
It'll never prove
It
it.
is.
That's right.
Now it had smoldered in the wall for 2 weeks, and we were fortunate that the house didn't burn down. But in the process of the fire department putting out the fire and tearing up all the drywall and cutting the walls out of the house, it came time for us to actually replace the carpet that was in the bedroom. Now's the time to go through and install these halogens. So moved all the furniture out, pulled the carpet up, cut up the subfloor, and I got the bag with the original receipt, and I looked at how long I had them. I've had them for 11 years. So these things take time.
They
Just have to wait for the fire. Yeah.
So this Christmas, my wife bought me a T-shirt that says, "These things take time." And my skill levels are pale compared to everyone else's in here, and I just enjoy learning.
We saw that blade. No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And I'm Marcus Davis. About 5 decades ago, I remember having this strange system, and I actually put Christmas lights on them, and it was an old pool table that was out back of somebody's house. I took a particle board, took that up, nailed the train set down, and put all these little, I don't know where I get these little cardboard houses at, so I put those all in, I put lights in them, so I had the lights blinking on and off when the train would get to a different place. Okay, I was probably about 9 years old then. So this stuff starts early. And my brothers played in a band, and I'm telling you, I wasn't in junior high school yet, and I made this light box. It was crappy. It really was crappy, but they actually used it. So I think this stuff is just, it's just, I think it's in you. I think it's in you at an early age, and then you just start to sort of find directions, and then all of a sudden, you end up here. But one of the things I've been working on this week, and I've been planning on playing with it for a long time, is Alexa, and trying to get Alexa not to buy we don't go buy something that actually works. We buy something that don't work, and we try to adapt it. So I've taken so far, been able to get a Raspberry Pi communicating with Lexus, and then also sending MQTT topics to turn on lights and turn off lights. So I'm in the early stages of that. So maybe in a few weeks I'll have something to show, but I mean, it's been on my to-do list for a long time, and finally I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and play with it and see what I can do with it. So it's pretty interesting, and the thing that's, you know, every once in a while you have to do something that impresses the wife. Yeah, I mean, you know, she sees you spending all this time. It's like, okay, what the heck are you doing? And then, so this is it. You know, we walk in, it's like, turn on family room lights. Yes. Yeah, ta-da! So anyway, that's what I'm working on. So yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, Gail. I work with big power, so it's kind of fun here with little power.
Okay, Leroy, well, probably, why don't we go to you, since you got a pretty good deal, and if we have time to my junk, we can do that later. Do we need to clean off the table?
For this, yes, we probably need to.
Okay.
You want to try this first? Well,
Whatever you want to do.
you want to talk about?
Whatever you want to do, however you want to do it.
Snickers, can I?
You know, I have some magnets that you can use.
Yeah.
Just put them under and above the table.
Yeah. Alright.
I don't think it'll stick to the table.
Right.
Actually, it'll stick from underneath.
Yep.
He needs a piece of tape over on that end.
Yeah, just bring a few around here.
What did I do, John? Where's Clark at?
Clark Works,
Oh, okay. WRKS.
Don't be too loud. We're online. See if we
John
can-
Clark, you didn't work at GE or Millicron, did you?
No,
Okay, I remember there was a John Clark floating around there. I never did meet him.
it's a name that's just about as common as John Smith.
Yeah.
I
Or
know-
Leroy Miller.
I knew a John Clark, yeah.
All right, let's see if we can actually do something here that might actually make sense.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I have yet to actually get this to work.
Well, it's not going to follow that line.
Follow the tape.
So you can see there's no line.
Oh, sweet.
Now, supposedly, once it gets to an intersection,
Beast man.
Yeah.
it will make a decision about what to do and follow the line. My 3-year-old granddaughter was helping me today, but she was drawing her own lines, so it really was not working very well at all. So, unlike a 3 weeks ago, yeah, there's still some lines that are showing up. It's looking for this red line. It's looking for the vector line. Currently, it wants it to be straight ahead, which would be 0 degrees. If it sees a split, it will make a decision to change the vector to either 90 degrees or negative 90 degrees and decide what to do. However, if it sees a straight line, because it's already looking for a straight line, it's supposed to follow the straightest path. So it actually should ignore the everything and just go to the end there, and then it should say that there's an intersection. Let's see if it actually works. I'm not holding my breath because I haven't gotten this to work right yet.
So this isn't like Yogi Berra who said, if you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Right.
This is, if you come to a fork in the road, don't take it.
Yeah, I forgot my barcodes. It actually will read these little barcodes. It's got 12 barcodes in it that you can program the barcodes to make it do something, and you lay a barcode out and it says left turn. Well, instead of going straight, it changes the vector to 90 degrees and makes a left turn. And then on the back side, on the other side, you could say right turn, and then it would change the vector to -90 and make a right turn. I'm not holding my breath. So, actually, to get this to work, we can't see that anymore. But I wanted everybody to see it's actually kind of sort of working. Yeah.
Slightly drunk.
It's a little drunky. It did better that time.
It's the audience.
Whee! Like I said, I have not gotten this to work quite the way it's supposed to. Hey! You can make a circle, sure.
But it hasn't driven off the table yet.
Yeah, that's a plus.
That is a plus. It Well, that was almost.
Now, put the pen in its gripper.
Following the gripper.
That's interesting. I actually wasn't expecting that.
Sorry, I mentioned not running off the table. Now it's going to do it.
So it goes until
Can we
it doesn't
increase
see
the-
anything dark.
Can you hook up the cable again and place it about the intersection point?
Right now?
I'm guessing maybe that the lifting columns are obstructing the view, and when it gets close to the intersection, it can't see the intersection.
Oh, good point. Yeah. You take those off.
I think there's something wrong with my code. I think it's.
It was, it
I
seemed past that, that's true, it was, it seemed past the gripper.
I think it's.
But it was more upright then too.
Yeah.
Now it's looking down more at the
Oh,
flaw.
right, yeah, oh, that's, yeah, good point. You sure it's not looking at the grippers?
I am mostly sure that it's not looking at the grip.
Well, we were looking
Yeah, that's
at
what I
the
was
real.
saying. But it-
Yeah, but if we.
Maybe it's looking too far from the
If
back.
if we move it up toward the intersection and view it, I'm curious as to what it sees.
I wonder if the fluorescent lights might be causing you a problem because they do flicker at
Mm-hmm.
60 cycles,
Well.
actually probably 120, but
We could do. No, we can't because I forgot to bring the cable. I was going to say we can
More with the.
we could change the code a little bit, but I forgot to bring the cable. This is gonna be rough. So yeah, it's seeing several, but basically the center line is still the vector that it wants to cruise now.
Well, no, now the green one is.
No, the center,
Oh, the one that says vector?
the one that says
Okay.
vector,
Arrow.
the one with the arrow, is the one that it wants to cruise now.
Move it down the line and see if it retains that as the vector. And see what, it looks like it's, yeah, you got some code issues. It's solid on that. It's not doing anything but that.
I think it's overcompensating the wheel.
I have a large cable to maintain the. You can run the program with the cable
Yeah.
connected. Let me look for the cable.
Okay. Do you want me to wait and, well, it doesn't matter.
Is this a micro USB, right?
Yes, it's pretty solid on there.
Yeah, it's nice and solid vector.
Um,
It may be too fast, it may be too fast.
I don't think
That would make sense.
I don't think it's too fast.
61 frames per second.
I don't think it's too
I'm talking
fast.
about the motor might be too fast
The-
changing direction.
The code that this was written for, or the original robot that this was written for, is 100 times faster than this thing. It might be too slow.
The wheels,
The
wheels may be too fast.
No, if anything, it's
Must be the
opposite.
code then.
Yeah, I think
This
it's
is
the
our
code.
man.
I think it's the code.
We need a right and left. You need a right and left light like I had on my robot. My called the compass robot. It had right and left. You could see what it was saying all the time. Right, it was doing
There
right and left all the time,
is-
mainly.
What am I looking for? Default turn angle. So if I tell it, instead of 0, I tell it 90. Okay. I think that changed the angle. Or should it change? Oh, because the code's. Okay. Because the Arduino's overriding what I'm telling it.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go.
No lines.
Gotta go to line tracing. And we've got to go to.
It's pointing at Marcus. Suspect, yeah.
I'm my laser hand.
He's calling you Vector for some reason. Is that your nickname?
Yeah, really, it is now.
I forget how to make the servo move.
Likes me.
It's the wrong servo.
They're still trying to get to
Right,
Marcus
right.
over there.
Overgrown centuries.
Somebody remind me to reset all that. We've got all that, and then if we try to change the vector now, see how it's swapped? Now I said negative 90, which is left.
Okay.
I have my left and right backwards, but so if I say 90 degrees and I say that, it should have swapped back. Does does not appear that
Maybe if you back it up enough to see,
that
for it
there's
to
any-
see where the
There,
joint
there.
is.
There it goes, it's the center one now.
Okay.
Okay, couldn't see the,
It couldn't see the intersection.
yeah.
And then 90 should flop it. Still thinks that won't. Yep, there it finally flopped it over to. So the program inside the Pixie's working. My program's the one that's not. I've got to reset all this back to.
Leroy,
Yes.
on your default turn angle, what happens if you put in minus 270?
My default turn angle.
Yeah.
I don't know. It goes back to the center.
It's kind of
Yeah.
confused, it's doing
But it-
With
Maybe
right.
the
it has
positive
to-
90.
Yeah, it's turned 270 degrees, so it's picking it's the same as positive 90.
For protagonist mode, just 180.
Just wants to be difficult, doesn't it? Let's reset all this.
What's S0 and S1?
Numbers that I know work.
But I mean, what do they mean?
You know, I've looked all over the place in the documentation as to what those numbers do, and I have no idea.
Okay.
Nah.
Been there.
I've looked all over the place.
Professor said you plug this in here, and that's what I do.
I can honestly say that I don't have a clue what those particular numbers mean. I have an idea about what some of the other ones do. What I think it's doing is modifying the pulse train to the servo
Mm-hmm.
so that you get a slightly different.
Well, it had a servo frequency
Yes,
on another tab.
it did, and changing that didn't seem to make any difference. But you can, like, every one of these servos is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
90 isn't exactly 90 on all of them, and you can work out what you need to put in there to get it to 90.
Okay.
So I guess that number's going to be different for everybody.
Okay. Cool.
It's really my only guess. Is
Changing it makes the servo go in a different position, isn't it?
And what they have on their website, of course, it's talking about their servos. And of course, I'm using my own mount, not their mount, because their mount's $27 and my mount was $4. So I played around with numbers until I got it to where I thought it was right, and it seems like it actually, with the color tracker program, it actually was tracking that the tilt, no, the pan of it is a little wacky.
Okay.
It starts to jitter every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But that may be the servo, not the. I don't know. Like I said, I played around with it until I got it to where I thought it was right, and I was playing with it with the color tracker,
Yeah.
and that was how I knew that. I mean, if it was following what I was doing, I was like, well, that must be right, because it's following what I'm doing. Hey, where are you going?
To the line.
I think
can't see lines, because lines make me work. It's consistent.
That's why I think it's probably how the motors work. It's sending one motor a little faster than the other, and it's getting off. This is the first time. My 3-year-old granddaughter is very, very helpful. She is the biggest help in the world. But
As soon as she
when
goes home.
but when
Stop it.
when there's lines everywhere, it's like really hard to figure out what it's actually doing. I need this long cable. I need to take this long cable home so I can see what it's actually doing. It looked like it worked that time. I don't know. That's about as far as the progress I've got on this thing. I wanted to make it. I want to get it right. I want to make this thing actually do something useful. So, questions, comments?
What's the data stream back to the Arduino? Does it give it
The data stream?
left, right?
No. I would have to load a different program. It gives corresponding numbers. There's 0, 0 coordinates, and then it will give you coordinates. I think it's always trying to get back to 0, 0, so it gives you numbers that when you add them backwards, it goes back to 0.
Okay.
It gives you 4 sets of numbers.
We need a red and green light to say port and starboard on the Arduino. That'd make it very simple to let you know if your code's bad or whatever.
It sends all the lines that it's sensing, and you choose just the main one.
Yeah.
It looks like when it's going slower, it does better.
Well, that's like I said. I think one of the wheels is off. It keeps wanting to go that direction, so the right wheel's probably got too much.
That's why you need your red and green. I tell you. Okay.
So, see, it keeps wanting to go right or left.
Anybody want to see an ancient Roomba robot? Are we done? Are you done? Oh, you want to talk about the other stuff?
Can we do the other stuff?
Sure.
I'm
Your floor.
I'm done, more or less. Let's kill this thing. So last week I had said a little bit about the forum that got set up, and we could look at it again because I think there's new people here. And
And I looked for this a couple of days ago, and I didn't find it.
Did you put a link? You put a link on the meeting
I
announcement.
put a link on the meeting announcement.
I must not have looked in the right place because I didn't find it.
Show it to him.
There are right there are our 2 possibilities.
Okay.
Why don't you put
When
it
I-
in light
when I do
blue
a
or
search,
dark
I
blue or
don't
something,
get
some
this
special color where
either.
he can find it.
No, well, I don't get to this site.
You don't get? Do you get the emails?
I get the emails.
This should be in the email.
All I get is an email from,
Jim.
no, I get one from Meetup saying, are you going to attend?
Okay, well, let's see.
So you don't do this.
No, I do not do that.
Oh, okay.
He's not on the list.
Yeah.
We need
That
to
was
fix
wrong.
that list.
And if I look for Mike, I'm gonna say get everybody in the under the sun.
We
What's
need
your
to
last
fix that
name?
list.
What I should have did before.
I do not get that.
Okay.
And when I do a search, everything that comes up is
At meetup.
at Meetup. Now, I did find you and Vincente on a Google search for comments, but not this nor the other.
Last name?
Sullivan, Sullivan.
John Sullivan?
Nope.
That's all I got. No wonder you're not in there. Did you sign up? Put your name on the list?
Like
We
11
need to
months
fix
ago.
we need to fix this list.
I always wondered why.
It's automationtechnologies.yako.
Okay, and
.org.
I can't read that from here. And that's, last week, I was trying to get that in the phone.
You can increase the.
I don't really know how to make this part of it any bigger.
Control plus.
But this part won't get bigger with
Yeah,
that.
it will, I think.
Yeah, Control Shift Plus.
There you go, let's try it again.
Okay.
We'll write it down or something. I'll make sure you get it. Anyway, despite not being able to find it, maybe that's why people can't use it right now. We've actually had a few posts. Jim posted a few things this week, past week. I have posted quite a bit. Yes, I know.
Well, show us what was posted and how
I'm
you
going
post
to.
and all that good stuff. Okay.
So, Automation Technology Forum is still the general forum, just general whatever. We've had some responses to the Maker Faire thing. So I proposed that in April, it's April 13th, that we try to set up at the Maker Faire. I proposed taking some robots, some IoT stuff, some Vicente said something about the elevator project and some other stuff. And I had posted that I believe that Jim probably needs to go ahead and sign us up for that if we're really wanting to do that, because you're the president.
Go ahead and sign us up. I've deemed you the team lead for this.
Oh.
You should take the lead.
Passing the buck.
Let me know if you need money.
I don't think it's going to cost anything to do it,
Oh, okay.
but
You
I don't know.
I deem you.
You are the treasurer.
Do I?
Treasurer.
The treasurer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have one?
I think you are.
You are.
I proposed that one of the things that I proposed for this meeting, or for doing this, was I've got these 3 little robots. All of them are metal. All of them have apps that you just put on a phone or a tablet. Got to get a old tablet or something that we don't care about.
I've got one of the $40 ones from
Okay.
Micro Center.
We put the apps on them, and we make like a cage or something on the table, and we let the kids just drive them around, because that's what these were actually meant for, kids to drive around, and they're metal. And if some of them are a little bit on the expensive side, but I don't see them getting hurt because they were meant for people 6 and up.
Kind of robust.
Yeah. So I proposed a little bit of an interactive kind of deal, get people interested in coming down here and doing stuff or whatever. That was that. I started work on revamping the Hero Junior from 2015. Actually, long before that. And yes, I am planning on sticking a Raspberry Pi in it this time. I started working on redoing almost everything in it because it had been sitting in storage again for another 5 years, and stuff just happens. So that I don't really have any pictures of that, but that was there. Anyway, as you can tell, I am not prepared to do this because Vicente just suggested doing this just now. I added a couple of other discussion boards though. More generalized subjects. So I believe Vicente posted to our IoT ESP8266 ESP32 forum with his project, and then I've posted a couple of times about some of the robot projects that I've got going on, and nobody has taken advantage yet of our code question and answer forum. But like I said right there are a lot of resources for code question and answer. It's a start. I want to get more people interested in using this thing. I need more varied topics because, or discussion boards, because sometimes my mind just draws a blank and I don't want to just put up there what I'm interested in.
I was thinking about this thing coming up in April, and I did a little look around on the internet, and I saw something. I didn't know whether it would be feasible, desirable or not, and that was some other groups have taken a low power laser and gotten people's names and written it on the back of their cell phones. So when the kid leaves, because everyone's got a cell phone, they've got the name on it.
I've seen that, like schools have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I thought Ray might be here today because of something that his wife had said. I don't know if Ray's planning on going there. He set up at one of the maker fairs one year. He would be our connection to actually having a laser that would be affordable.
Okay, because I found on Amazon a 1,500 watt laser for $27, which I thought was
Now, not 1500.
No.
15
milliwatts.
Okay, milliwatts, yeah.
I don't know what I
say,
said.
okay. I will jump on it.
1,500 watts for $27? You better be buying that thing.
Excuse me, I misspoke. It was enough to etch.
For
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
for a 3 order or magnitude.
Yeah, I'm not cutting concrete or doing Star Wars.
Here, I don't know what the liability on something like that would be.
Well, certainly there would have to be an acknowledgement that this is really your name and this is right.
Yeah.
And if we break your phone, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
That's
so
the big part.
I don't really know if
We'd also need to have that behind
It's a lead balloon.
lead or laser plastic.
yeah, because I know the one you're talking about, and you're supposed to wear the glasses around it and everything.
Well, it'd have to be in a box.
Yeah.
No question about that.
I mean, might be something that consider, but not doing other people's stuff, just doing stuff for ourselves
Even if you do a little card
that says automation technologies and hand them out.
and you write the kid's name with the laser, burn their name into it.
Yeah, I can get you blank business cards.
Something like that.
That might be something they can take home and say, hey, look what I saw today.
Yeah, see, I don't know if we would want them to do it themselves or not. I think you'd need a control operator.
Oh,
there for that.
absolutely, yeah.
So,
But in the end, it's something that they can say, I gave them this information, I watched it happen, and this is what I got.
I made a ruler at one of the maker fairs from one of the universities like that. It says Leroy. I was like, cool. Put the ruler up. I haven't touched it since. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to watch it do it. So that would be a good spot to go and do that. Some of the other things that that I talked about last week. This is a free site. It does have minimal advertising on it. I've got an ad blocker so we don't see it. The ad is pretty unintrusive though, really. The one thing about this that I'm not completely sold on yet, and I'm looking for possible alternatives. That's why I posted my pictures in Google Photos instead of on the site. So we've only got 2 gigs of storage space, and the pictures take up a bunch of rooms. Now they make the ability to link videos from YouTube, so that doesn't take up any space, but there's no real good way to get pictures from external sites into this. And I think you found that out while you were playing around with the pictures too.
Yeah, but I was using the
Yeah. So the photo gallery thing, it's shared space. Everybody that signs up, we've only got 2 gigs of space. That's it. So.
Okay, like.
But they let you link to other places, so that's not a huge problem.
And
But the photos don't show up in the forums. It'll show up as a link, but not as a photo.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of.
Yeah, if it takes off, we can talk about how much do they charge per gig? Probably nominal.
Well, if you don't need a lot of detail, you can put a low resolution picture up there.
yeah, but after all, if we use it a lot and in a long term, sooner or later we will reach the 2
Yeah.
gig
Yeah.
limits.
I mean, there's only like 5 pictures up there right now, so we're barely scratching the surface right now. But we get a bunch of people up there posting pictures. It'll go away pretty fast.
We'll work about it. Let's just go ahead, proceed, get everybody interested. If we need the right size, see if it's a tool for us, and
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
That's one of my. I actually really like this tool. I like how customizable it is, but there are some drawbacks to it. So
I have a question. Are the links to an external site live? For example, I store photographs on the cloud for people to look at, and I will send them an email link to that photograph. And in emails, they're live, they can click on them and pull up those sites immediately.
So, like this is the link that I just showed you to the picture, to the robots that.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you can make those live links.
So
Something
if
like
you click on it
Picasso.
now and you get to look at the photograph, I think that's more than adequate.
Yeah. Sometimes you.
Well,
like I
I
said,
really
if you
don't.
want to
Let's
have
have
a
it like a
mini picture,
document.
you can do a 300 by 300 pictures. It costs us nothing to do it. It's a sample, and you can click on the link.
Yeah.
You
Like-
can both. Have a-
Like
yeah.
if here's the alternative. So that link is a link to a picture that's actually on the site. It's taking up space, but
You can
it's
use the
actually
different-
inside the message, so I don't have to click somewhere else to do it.
Yeah, I like the idea of a small scale thumbnail, and if you want to look, it's not really an inconvenience. It doesn't seem to me to be an inconvenience for a live link to take me someplace else.
Yeah. Oh, we got 2 gig to play with. We can refine that. If we just get everybody started to use this,
Like, yeah,
and then expand from there.
like right now, I am playing around with different things, because see, that was supposed to be like a thumbnail to that, and the thumbnail didn't even show up. So it's actually the same picture, but it's stored on Google Photos instead of. So I've been playing around with it, trying to figure alternatives out. Right now we're good, but it's just something to be aware of, that in the future we may have to do something else, especially when we start using a lot of the space out.
Well,
So
I bring these things up knowing full well that I'm probably 6 months behind your curve. What on the off chance? Sometimes
So for the general correspondence, you want to do something, talk about a particular subject, you'd go forums and into the automation technology area and drop one in there, and then a general discussion, and then if you wanted to have another entry for a different subject, you could do that. And that sounds,
So if
that
I
looks
was
good.
If I was actually logged in here, which I'm not, but if I was, oh yeah, it still shows up. If I wanted to bring up a new subject, you just click on create topic. The other thing that I guess we need to make is a frequently asked questions or a help section or something that says, you know, you don't need to enter your birth date or your place of birth or any of that when you sign up to this thing. It doesn't really care. So that was something that it's still going to ask, but you technically you don't need to enter any of that stuff. It'll tell you you're 68 years old though. So.
Ooh,
So you should have an email message with a meeting announcement in it. You should have one, John. I already did it. When you come in, I knock them in the head at the meeting, and then I get in trouble with Leroy for not paying attention. But hey, there you go. Ask a stupid question, and I get slapped around.
The other thing that you're going to want to be aware of with this particular forum, which is a little bit different than any of the other forums I've ever seen, you're not automatically subscribed, not even to your own post. So if you wanted to get emails when somebody actually subscribes, which is why I think we need an FAQ or something, because
Exactly.
Yeah.
you're going to want to click subscribe to this forum.
Oh, okay.
That will give you emails every time somebody posts
Now, which
to
one?
that topic or to that forum. Now, if you just care about emails from the Cincinnati Maker Faire or your own topics or whatever, you're going to subscribe to your own topic. And then you'll get an email every time somebody posts to that.
Cool.
So,
That's easy. I didn't even see it.
yeah, it's right there. Subscribe. I've looked for the setting to actually turn that on automatic. I don't have it. There's no setting to actually turn that on automatically, so that's something that everybody needs to do if they want. And of course, you know, if you've got it on, at least you'll know that somebody is actually using the forum. So
now that I know where it is, and I actually got an email. I'll take a look at it next week.
we'll we'll probably go over it a little bit next week too. So just try to get people used to the idea of seeing it or whatever. Marcus, you still need to sign up. You've known about it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I've been in. Okay, I'll see. But I've been in there. I can't imagine I'm not signed up.
I don't think you signed up for it. I get an email every time somebody signs up.
That's interesting.
I'm getting after you, Marcus.
I appreciate it because I thought I was all signed up and. That'll be interesting.
Just check.
I will, yeah.
I don't think you are, but
Okay, no problem. Not a problem.
I know the 1 week you didn't sign up, but you had looked at it to see that
Yeah.
you could see stuff and whatever.
Oh, okay, man. Okay, maybe that was
But
no problem.
that's one of the advantages to this particular site. Everybody can look at the forums.
Right.
You can't post to them until you sign up, but you can at least look at them. And everybody has the ability to look at the pictures.
That's the best part.
Well, assuming that they're hosted someplace that lets you.
Wow, you're right. But so it's really all I got. I'm sure we'll go over more stuff.
I don't
next
see
week.
a cast connection. You got a
course
cast
not.
connection?
Are you connected to?
Yep.
We'll try again.
HT-B30B0 HQ. I was going to get, since we had a new member, I was going to give them the meeting announcements dance.
Well, I got it up here on the screen. If you really want it. There, look, I made that bigger too, and changed it to green. I don't know
I
how.
changed it to green.
Did you change it to green?
Yeah.
I didn't change it to green.
It got changed.
You ain't going to miss it, Mike. I'm telling you. You're done.
Well, now that
That
I've
story
done
ain't going to work next time, I'm just telling you.
And I did a search, and I would have thought that your previous screen would have come up, but it did not.
Now, I also corrected that spelling there, but it didn't come through for whatever reason. Huh.
Did I spell that wrong?
I
I would
may have.
never do that.
Yeah, well, me either. Eh? We're gonna pass and fail due to spelling. I'll go to the top. Let's go through it then. We'll do the dance. Okay. Scroll down to quick links.
That's where I was at.
Okay. Club calendar, that just goes to Meetup. If you want to see the calendar anytime, that shows you what's on Meetup. Meeting announcement, that's this file. So you click on that and that takes you to this file. And you can see what Leroy's put in there or what I put in there, what kind of shenanigans we've been up to, or we found some links or whatever. And notes. The MeWe group, looks like I like Yoko. I think Leroy's doing a good job with that. Go down that path. If you guys get a chance, sign up for that and see if you like it, because that's our goal right now. There's GitHub and the club website, which lets you see some of our motivation and our guides. We have freedom from fear. We don't try to put things on you that you don't want to do. It's strictly voluntary. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to say nothing. We may ask you. You just say, I don't want to, or whatever. We don't care. There's freedom from fear. And we try not to criticize people, because people do hard work putting stuff together, and we like that. Quick news is Leroy's got the Cincinnati Maker Faire there. Some of the stuff we talk about there is a Hardness Master thing. It's got a one beside it. If you want to buy a Hardness Master and see where you can get one. You can go look and look down there if you're interested. Scroll down some more. What we got? Various news links. Go down some more. Page down. Mixed topics. Little interesting tidbits. If we don't have anything for next week, we'll do some of our mini topics. We'll have another open topic. This is an open topic meeting. Leroy came up with a pretty good demo. And so next week, if we don't have a demo, we'll probably do the GMS security system. That's a security system which has, it's like your phone. It has its own SIM card. It can call, it can text, it can crawls on its belly like a reptile, but it's I'll do not a demo, but I'll show you basically some of the things to look for in the system. And the 2400 robot system series, we might show that next week, or whatever toys you want to bring. If we don't have any other topics come up, if you have a topic you want to go, let me know. I can you can respond to the meeting announcement if you want to. And but yeah, you had trouble with the mail message. It looked like, I'm guessing that you were in one of these tools and you tried to send me a message from there, and it put it in my mail somewhere that I didn't see it by default. I had to go look for it by that date, and I did find it, but it didn't display normally. It looked like it was in a folder or something somewhere. I never saw a folder by that name, but it was entertaining. So you can respond to that if you have anything you want to do or anything you want to say. There we go. Let's go toward the bottom. But we have last week or last active session stuff. We save all the topics that are in here, and they're in another listing, so you can see everything that we've been doing and who did what to who. Futures, that's threats of stuff I might do if you don't have any topics, like camera stuff. If you don't do a topic, you're going to see some more camera stuff. Okay, you got that? Straighten out.
I was going to give that to you.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down some, Leroy. Links to the project. There's the corners. Leroy's got a link to that in the in our new tool.
This is why I like this tool, because it's customizable.
Yeah.
So there's a link to all the old corners.
If you have a project you want to put on the system, there's your link to it if you want to put it in a particular place. Right now, most of them go to my cloud, Google Cloud stuff.
That's something else about this particular site. You can actually build your own site off of it, so it would be something.automationtechnologies.yahoo.org, which is a little long, but it could be your own.
Okay, let's go back to the
yeah, I know.
Okay, let's see. There's your club member participation notes. If you want to see what the crap we've been doing for the last year or so, you can go over there and look. There's just a list, snapshots of the meeting announcements over there. The rest of it's I do some audio book reviews if you're interested in audio books. That information's down there.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And that's it for that.
So,
Anybody have anything else they want to talk about?
I have a question.
Questions are free.
Okay.
You didn't say what answers cost.
We haven't got there yet. We're waiting.
Answers are free, also correct answers now.
Yeah.
Could you type in swinging sticks?
Okay, that could bring up some really bad
Yeah,
images.
there's some rhymes there that could be really bad.
Yeah, this should be, okay.
In
Now,
YouTube?
any of those, a video would be fine. Okay. And I've looked at this. They have a fairly sophisticated device in the base to sense the direction and speed at which the larger long arm is passing the base, and they give it a kick.
And it's not terribly sophisticated, and it doesn't know what direction it's going.
Well, depending on which ones you look at, some of them do.
Okay.
My question was, I have a cordless pendulum clock, and I was wondering if the boost that the pendulum mechanism gives the pendulum would be enough to keep that or sustain it.
Sure. Yeah, and most of the pendulum clocks it's a single FET coil resistor and cap. I mean, there's not much in
You mean a newfangled electronic one as opposed to one with wind-up springs?
there. Yeah, so they were fairly common for a while. You've got a coil in a base, and then the pendulum has a magnet in it. And when it swings, when it goes one direction, the charge across the coil triggers the FET, which dumps the cap into the coil, and it pushes the pendulum away. And that was enough to keep the thing going forever. I mean, they ran it on a C battery for 2 years.
The one that I have is actually at the top of the pendulum.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's giving it a small boost each time it passes by.
Okay.
It's not at the base of the pendulum.
Okay.
Pendulum is plastic, and I was just curious as to whether, I can build that. That's no problem to bore out and mount bearings and all that. But
Yeah.
the links to the boost mechanism and the sensing